it's almost the perfect segue to what I want to go to with this podcast with you, in terms of expectation and hope and all of these things that we go into. Not even
Yeah.
competition. I could be just a club golfer who's going to play with his buds this afternoon, and there's a certain amount of anticipation and hope. I don't want to go out there and do badly. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. Um, I want to ask you about what you wrote after this event, because I'm guessing this was after the event. You wrote a very quick message. It was on Twitter, at your Twitter handle, and you wrote, "My son, as I watched you play the back nine of yesterday's final round, I saw the universe in your eyes, and it brought tears to mine." Do you care to unpack that a little bit for us, please?
Yeah. He completely committed to his system. He
Okay.
totally and completely gave himself to his game, and he did not get off track in the slightest. And as not only a father but as a teacher, nothing could warm my heart more than that.
Okay, how about we go further? Because that's a wonderful observation. The listeners listening to this going, I want to give myself to the game. Go a little further there for us, please. Would you
Sure.
describe for the listener at large who caught that? It's like, man, that sounds like something I want to do when I play. How do you completely give yourself to the game?
I will disagree with sort of the prevailing sort of thoughts on the idea of hope, in that I in my own personal life and in those who I try to help and counsel, I actually believe that hope is a very dangerous thing.
All right.
I think that if you play golf and whatever you do in your life, I think if hope literally isn't part of the equation, then you have a far better chance of accepting what needs to be accepted.
Okay.
But if hope is the undercurrent, then that hope is an element which infuses every single putt, every single drive, every single walk down the fairway, because you're always hoping for something to go your way.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever you are hoping for things to go your way, as innocent as it may sound, you are actually setting yourself up for an almost inevitable disappointment, because rarely does anything ever go our way.
Yeah, true.
So you're almost walking in with a hit or two against you if you bring hope to the table. And expectation is simply the child of hope. If you have no hope, you will have no expectation. And then one might say, well, if I have no hope and I have no expectation, then why should I play? And to that, my answer will be that the joy in playing the game must actually be in the executing of the actions and in being in the midst of the environment and giving yourself whole to each and every shot, not because you should, but because one day you will perhaps recognize that that's all you really have.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter whether you're Tiger Woods or the club golfer, that is all anybody will ever have.